Easy game, you get.
Well, that's an interesting question. Ouch! Alright, welcome to the step-by-step analysis part of the video where I show you guys how it's done and exactly how to achieve this step-by-step. Alright, so let's go. So at the beginning, what you want to do, I mean, on this level, okay, you want to use your bike a lot. So the first thing I do is go into my bike, just to speed run a little bit more, okay? Alright. Then, it is a choice. You have to make a choice, okay? Either you use your ability number 3 to bring them together and then hit them with your ability number 1. Boom, I'm throwing nades, okay? Or you directly use your ability number 1, which has a massive range and does a lot of damage. The thing is, ability number 3 has even more range, so it is always a good option, but not always the best option, okay? As you can see here, I have 0 stacks, okay? And I have pay attention to the second thing. I have 99 bullets in my gun. Now, watch carefully. 84 bullets, I do shot 10 bullets. And watch carefully, I got 2 stacks, meaning I can use my nades 2 more times. Boom, boom, 3 times. As you can see, the damage is awesome. It's wide, it's big, just like something else. Alright, so yeah, there is the gameplay loop for you right there. Shoot, use your ability number 1. Aim with, well, at least for me on console, I do aim with my right stick. So I keep aiming with your camera at the hold, pretty much. There you go, okay. Simple, that's the gameplay loop. Shoot, ability, reload sometimes, switch is okay. Shoot ability, shoot ability, shoot ability. Use number 3 if you think it is fitting, and if you think the hold is a bit too wide, okay. But yeah, my friend is talking on the background at times, don't pay attention to that. The bike, once again, being one hell of an asset, okay. Personally, I like to take, I just go from left to right often, and I feel the turning rate is really awesome, so I forgot the name of the bike, but make sure you have the bike that can turn. Not necessarily the fast bike, yes. Okay, there are rooms like this one where the spawns are insane, and you have to recognize when you go into this room that it is this kind of room, okay? So you want to throw your ability number 3 and you want to spam for like 10-15 seconds your ability number 1 and 3 really fast all the time, like crazy. Also, your ability number 2, I forgot to mention that, okay? Ability you to speedrun, I think it does give you a speed boost and a cooldown boost, okay? So you kind of want to use your ability number 2 often, just make sure you have the MP to do that, okay? And there you go, as you can see, spam, 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 easy, no efforts, very, very strong. Yeah, okay. I think that's pretty much it, there is nothing else to add. If you want to kill a boss, I like to aim at his feet, okay? I like to be very, very close and aim at his feet. I feel like it is quite useful. Anyways, yeah. Make sure that you kind of read the room and think a little bit at least a few seconds ahead of a plan of what you're going to do, depending on which type of room you're about to be in with Lepic. So that's it. Now, I guess I will let you guys see the build part of the video. Hey guys and girls, friendshipper here. Lepic right now is I would say a little bit of the soldier of TFD. He's the one that you bring when everything else falls. To some he's great, to some he's well, to most of the players actually, he's unknown, he's not being played, he's in the shadows. However, right now, in my opinion, he's the best. He's the number 1, he's faster than Serena on this dungeon, or at least, let's say he can potentially be, depending on your level of proficiency. So, in a way, he's a proficiency-based Descendant, because depending on depending on how well you do, how fast you are, how skilled you are going to do better, okay? Very fast paced. So there is a little bit of accuracy when it comes to using his skill, because you have to aim without aiming down sides to throw the grenade, okay? So there is that. Right, anyways, let's show you guys the build. So personally, I went with a Blazing Zone just because I feel like it is a little bit more efficient and consistent. If I miss my grenades, or if I don't know, doing something else, or if I'm not using my ability number 1, my ability number 3 will kill, or maybe actually not kill, but damage enemies quite fast and do some work. So I really like Blazing Zone for that. Also, it does look pretty fancy. I really love the animation it has. So yeah, great. Explosive stacks. So normally I went over that on the step-by-step analysis, so you guys should know what's up with that. However, every time you shoot 8 bullets with your gun, you get 1 stack, and you have like 3 stacks that keeps regenerating, okay? And these stacks are grenades, and when you throw them, you do an immense amount of damage on a massive scale, okay? Like, it's also very, very wide, the range. Okay, so for the Ancestor, which at this point most of the players can have fairly easily by trading a little bit, critical hit rate is the way to go. Don't worry, you don't need to have 300. You can have 150, 200 is nice, it's great. And well, I also have minus critical hit damage, so if you are worried about damage, just know that I pretty much don't have any from this, okay? I just have a very high crit rate. For the build, it is very important on this level because it is really big to have the maximum range possible, okay? Hence, I went as far as using amplification control and skill expansion, which I haven't done in a little bit. But we have front lines, skill insight, and skill concentration. Just so you know, you can always replace focus on tech with skill insight, okay? If you don't have an insane ancestor, it's okay. You can have 150% crit rate from this, and you will be pretty much reach the same crit rate as I do, okay? Which, by the way, is 87%, right? Okay, that being said, yeah, power increase, just to have a little bit more power. Personally, I prefer that. I probably should go for a faster cooldown and the fire module, but it's okay. Talking about cooldown, MP conversion, and nimble fingers as well, and that's it. For the reactor, I personally went with a cooldown and tech skill per boost ratio, simply because my crit rate is 87%, so maybe 20% of the time, 15, I'm not going to crit, and this is going to increase my damage, as well as increasing my critical hit damage a little bit too. However, feel free to go with cooldown and critical hit damage stats on the bottom, okay? Also, a tech reactor, because you are going to use tech. Then, for the set, the Slayer Auxiliary Slayer set, as usual, the most powerful set of all when it comes to overall Descendants. Some sets are better for specific Descendants, but this one is a way to go when you don't have an insane set like that, okay? So the amount of HP you are going to have with this set is going to be a little bit limiting. However, make sure to have a lot of decent HP cores to kind of make up for that, okay? Yeah, overall, let's go to the next. So, Arche tuning. I personally went with Arche and Catalyst just because I think it is a little bit better for bosses and single targets, and I didn't feel like I needed more damage. You could always go with fire corrosion, okay? This is strong and reliable as well, and both are pretty much on par. I don't know which is better. Here, I decided to go for a cooldown, extra damage here, extra crit rate here, very much important, and extra range. You could also go here and add more skill power, but from the math I did, you gain more power here. You know, easy, not close, okay? These three little thingies here are more valuable than this right there. And a little bit of HP because why not? Okay, so inversion reinforcement, cooldown, MP, and a little bit of power. If I want to, I can just pull out my sword and get a 7% increase on my ability power, okay? That is mostly for other dungeons where bosses are not so weak as they are here. Or if you do play co-op, that's also useful. For the gun, pay very much attention to that because it is quite important. So for the cores, I went with sprint speed, okay, just to be fast and to be well, it is a speedrun after all. And for the first core, I also went with rounds per magazine. So rounds per magazine lets me shoot without having to reload, so I gain time doing that, okay. Fire rate 20% on the middle, as you can see, is also obviously useful because the faster you shoot, the faster you're going to reload your ability by shooting bullets, okay? So fire rate matters very much. Well, for the stats, rounds per magazine is what matters most here. You don't really care about damage, as I don't try to kill them with my gun. Alright, now for the stats. So reloading speed is very important, okay? But inside, well, if you want, in case of if you do try and want to use hyper focus, this can matter a little bit, okay? So you can actually quit. Yeah, but other than that, some extra rounds, tactical change to have a little bit of defense. If I switch guns to my ability number 4, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoy playing Lepic. He's awesome. Also, once again, thank you for the continuous support. Everybody, in-game messages, I pay so much support. The community is really great. At least with me, I see all around niceness as well. And obviously, thanks to the members as well for your direct support. I will see if I can upload once more as an extra gameplay for you guys. And yeah, see you next time. Like and subscribe for more. And if you want to be a member, up to you. Thanks. Bye bye.